Up, it is Rocky Tiger here, and today I am doing a second part of my review of Jicklus's texture pack for 1.14. Jicklus actually got in contact with me, which was pretty exciting, and loved the review, but was a little bit sad that I hadn't included any of the passive mobs, because while the hostile mobs don't have as many updates as some of the other texture packs do, the passive mobs, I've been informed, and non-hostile mobs do. So I thought we would take a little bit of time to update the review and take a look at some of the non-hostile passive mobs, whatever term you want to use, and see how they differ from the vanilla textures. Coming up first, we have the bat. Now, the bat to me looks pretty similar to what it would look like in the vanilla texture pack. Not a mob that you often would see in a survival world up close, but look at them fluttering around like that. The parrots look definitely different. I can tell there is a lot more detail in the texture themselves, whereas in the vanilla texture pack they definitely are much more flat in terms of their coloration. There's a lot more variety in the actual it's feathers, but you can only do so much with showing feathers in Minecraft when everything is made out of blocks, but definitely less matte and more variation in detail there. Next, we have our cats. Again, I can't see a ton of difference here. Again, it's one of those ones that I'm going to have to pull up a actual picture of a cat and see what they look like in the vanilla texture pack. They look mostly the same to me, maybe a little bit different in coloration on the fur. The fur might be slightly different color overall, slightly different texture. Not too much of a difference there. Your donkey. Here you have your fox. This is one that I know looks quite a bit different and a lot less derpy. Honestly, I love this. I think it looks really cute this way. I love the way that the tail is a slightly more ruddy color than the rest of the body is. And look at him. That looks way less derpy, and I just want to pet him, but if I actually try to pet him, I think I might accidentally hurt him instead. You got your llamas. Their eyes are more or less gone. You can still see them, yeah, but they're still there, but it almost looks like they're covered in hair, kind of like what you might think with an alpaca and how an alpaca would look. It's got this like that emo look going on to it. Very nice. I love it's got a still tail there. Definitely a lot more almost corduroy looking to me. That's what that kind of reminds me of, just corduroy pants, but definitely an improvement. Your mushroom doesn't look too different, if it's different at all. Nothing too different there. Now we have the cow, and this is one of the ones that is the most different of any of the ones that I've seen so far. I love the detail. You can actually see its udders on the back there, or it does have horns. Maybe this is a bull and not a cow, but I love that it just looks. It's brown. It carries that sort of Stardew Valley-ish feel that I was talking about with the first review of this texture pack. The ocelots. The panda, who just wants to show me his butt, apparently. I'm going to put up a picture of a panda from the vanilla textures here, and probably do this with all of the different non-hostile mobs, because I'm really not that familiar with some of them. And this one, I think the face is different, but we'll just put up a picture so we can tell for ourselves. The pigs, another one that I love. Look at the little baby pig running around. I love the different pattern that he's put on here. This is much improved over the vanilla pigs. Another one that I also really like so far are the sheep. They all have the black faces, which is fun, and they're a little bit less derpy than the vanilla texture packs are. The rabbit looks more or less the same to me. I only see these hopping through the desert in passing, so again, that's what we're going to have those pictures up on the side for. The turtle, all I can think of when I see the turtle is Exhumavoid's skin from Hermitcraft Season 6. The dog or the wolf, much different. I love this. It is definitely a big improvement over the vanilla texture, in my opinion. It just looks fluffy, and I want to pet all of them. They're all good dogs. We rate dogs. This dog is 6 out of 5. Moving on, we've got all of our aquatic ones. So let's see if we can get a good look at these dolphins. Once again, sadly, it is a mob that I am not overly familiar with. I've seen them in passing on the Beyond Vanilla server, but I don't spend enough time in the water. It looks like the color might be a little bit lighter, hard to tell. That's why we're going to have that extra picture on the side. You've got your salmon, maybe a little bit more gold color, and we just had a dolphin try to commit suicide. This is the third one now that's tried to do this, but look, we get a much better view of it before it suffocates and dies from being out of the water. The puffer fish. Maybe won't do it when I'm in creative mode. The cod. The squid, which have killed themselves so many times that I've actually put a spawn egg here. And last but not least, I realized that I hadn't done a whole lot of looking at some of these hostile mobs, mainly because they were harder to contain. With Endermites would have been fine, but Endermen and Shulkers, as well as Guardians and an Elder Guardian, a little bit more problematic, but we'll go ahead and spawn some in just so we can take a look. First, we're going to start with the Endermite. The Endermen, a little different. Our Shulker. The lines look a little bit bolder, and it looks like the color on the actual Shulker inside there is a little different, maybe a little bit more peachy colored. The Guardian. And finally, the Elder Guardian. And that about does it for our update. This is something that I'm going to be adding into all of the future texture pack reviews, and if you look down in the description below, you will see the link to the first part of the Jicklus texture pack review. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoy, and look forward to more texture pack reviews in the near future.